The group was still hanging out at Scarebucks, the conversation flowing as Stacie felt more and more at ease with her new monster friends. But just as she was about to take another sip of her coffee, the door swung open with a loud creak. In walked a tall, athletic guy with wild brown hair and sharp amber eyes. He had a confident swagger, but there was an unmistakable nervous energy radiating from him as he approached the table. His Letterman jacket, adorned with a large MH patch, signified that he was definitely part of Monster High's elite crowd. Clawdeen's ears perked up the moment he entered. "Oh, hey, Claude," she called out, waving him over. Claude Wolf made his way to the table, flashing a quick grin to his sister and her friends. But the moment his eyes landed on Stacie, the grin faltered, replaced by a look of confusion, and maybe a little unease. He took a cautious step forward, glancing between Stacie and Clawdeen. Clawdeen," he said, his voice low and a little hesitant, "who's the new girl? And, is she, human?" Clawdeen chuckled, giving her brother a playful punch on the arm. "Relax, Claude. Yeah, Stacie's human, but she's cool. She got accidentally enrolled here, but we're making sure she feels right at home." Claude blinked, clearly trying to process what his sister had just said. "Wait, a human? At Monster High?" He rubbed the back of his neck, still looking uneasy. "Isn't that, like, against the rules or something?" Stacie gave a small, apologetic smile. "I know it's kind of weird, but I didn't mean to end up here. It was a total mix-up. Everyone's been really nice, though." Claude nodded slowly, though he still seemed unsure. "Yeah, well, it's just, I've never seen a human here before. Like, ever. Monsters and humans don't really mix, you know." Draculaura, who was sitting next to Stacie, piped up, "Oh, Claude, don't be such a worrywolf. Stacie's great, and she's learning fast. Plus, she's totally fearless for a human." Claude glanced at Draculaura, clearly torn between trusting his sister's judgment and his own instinct to protect the pack. "I'm not saying she's not cool or anything, but humans don't usually deal with our kind of stuff. Monster High can be dangerous if you're not, well, one of us." Clawdeen leaned in, her golden eyes narrowing slightly. "Claude, you worry too much. Stacie's tougher than she looks. Besides, she's with us, so if anyone, or anything, gives her trouble, we'll take care of it." Claude sighed, clearly not wanting to argue with his sister. "Okay, fine. If you guys vouch for her, that's good enough for me. Just, don't let her get into too much trouble, alright?" Frankie grinned, her bolts sparking with excitement. "No promises. Trouble tends to find us whether we want it or not." Stacie laughed, feeling a little lighter now that Claude seemed to be on board. "I appreciate the concern, Claude. But I think I'll be okay. It's been a crazy day, but I'm starting to get used to this whole monster thing." Claude gave her a half smile, though there was still a flicker of nervousness in his eyes. "Alright, Stacie, welcome to Monster High, I guess. Just, stay close to the others, okay?" Toralei, who had been watching the whole exchange with an amused smirk, leaned back in her chair and crossed her arms. "Wow, Claude, I didn't think you were the type to get spooked so easily. Maybe humans are scarier than you thought." Claude shot Toralei a pointed look. "I'm not spooked, I'm just being cautious. There's a difference." Cleo, who had been sipping her drink elegantly throughout the conversation, chimed in. "Honestly, Claude, you're acting like she's some kind of rare artifact that needs to be handled with care. Stacie's already survived a day with us, give her some credit." Claude chuckled softly, finally relaxing a little. "Yeah, you're right. If she can handle this crew, she'll probably be just fine." Stacie smiled, appreciating the sentiment. "Thanks, Claude. I know it's kind of weird having a human here, but I'm really excited to get to know all of you. I'm learning that Monster High is way cooler than I expected." Laguna gave her a supportive pat on the back. "We're glad to have you, mate. And who knows, maybe you'll teach us a thing or two about being human." "Yeah, and in return, we'll show you how to survive Monster High," Heath added, flames flickering from his head. With the tension easing, the group continued to laugh and chat, and Claude finally sat down, joining in the conversation. Though the nerves hadn't completely disappeared, Stacie felt a sense of belonging start to bloom. She might be the first human at Monster High, but with friends like these, she knew she could make it through whatever came next. As the group settled in, Clawdeen grinned at her brother. "See, Claude, no big deal. Stacie's one of us now." Claude glanced at Stacie again and smiled. "Yeah, I guess she is."